Good morning and Assalamualaikum for all audience and panelists. It was great day today to discuss and debate about news. Now, there are many and health problems happen around us. Besides, there are so many opinions about how to prevent our protect environment from this problem. So today I would like to introduce myself. My name is Haikal Melakim bin Irwandi as a moderator, and there are panelists that can share us information between us we invite. There, Dr. Abdul Hadim Zulkarnain bin Yusuf from Hospital Pustaka. He works as chronic lung disease. In left side him, there is then Rizal bin Muhammad Dinis, a socialist on pertubuhan anti dadah Malaysia. Lastly, I also invite Psikologi University Malaya, Dr. Den Irfan bin Muhammad Dinis, to lead us to a better and happy lifestyle. Smoking is the problem among young and adult is peculiar to our country. Neither it is a new phenomenon. Smoking is the biggest preventable cause premature death, illness and disability. There is voluminous research to prove beyond and doubt that smoking is harmful to the health of smoker to those around them. Result, there are everything about causing in human being. Are they serious? For that, I will give our question about the smoking phenomenon naturally was to the Hadim Zulkarnain bin Yusuf.
Respiratory disease is common disease in the world. Smoking can damage our respiratory system. Respiratory disease is the term for disease of the respiratory system.
Okay.
These include disease of the lung, pleural cavity, bronchial tubes, trachea, and upper respiratory tract, and of the nervous and muscle of breathing. Respiratory disease range from mild and self-limiting, such the common cold, to life-threatening, such bacterial pneumonia or pulmonary embolism. The study of respiratory disease is known as pulmonology. A doctor who specializes in respiratory disease is known as a doctor who specializes in respiratory disease is known as a pulmonologist, a chest medicine specialist. Respiratory medicine specialist, a respirologist, or a thoracic medicine specialist. Chairperson, how about the serious doctor who specializes in respiratory disease is known a pulmonologist, a chest medicine specialist, a respiratory medicine specialist, a respirologist, or a thoracic medicine specialist.
How about the serious respiratory disease that you can relate with it? Please explain to us.
Okay. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, is one of the most common lung diseases. It makes it difficult to breathe. There are two main forms of COPD. The first one is chronic bronchitis, defined by a long-term cough with mucus. Number 2 is emphysema, defined by destruction of the lung over time. Most people with COPD have a combination of both conditions. The cause is from exposure to certain gas or fume in the workplace, exposure to heavy amount of second-hand smoke, and frequent use of cooking gas without proper ventilation. Cause which is shortness of breath, dyspnea that get worse with meal activity, fatigue, and frequent respiratory infection and wheezing. Since the symptom of COPD develops slowly, some people may be unaware that they are sick. The best test for COPD is a simple lung function test called spirometer. This involves blowing out as hard as one can into a small machine that tests lung capacity. The test can be interpreted immediately and does not involve inserting drawing blood or exposure or radiation. Using a stethoscope to listen to the lung can also be helpful. Through some time and the lung sound normal even when COPD is present. Picture of the lung such as X-ray and CT scan can be helpful, but sometimes look normal even when a person has COPD. Sometimes it is necessary to do a blood test called a blood gas to measure the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood.
That's very helpful information from Dr. Harif Zulkarnain bin Yusuf. We must keep it as a small advice from a specialist in lung cancer. Now there are many campaigns and seminars for preventing the bad habit with addiction on smoking that focus the next generation and youngster. For the moment, we also have a government advice that show in a campaign. However, NGO also have a serious commitment on this. So I would like to debate about this with our panelists, Dato' Din Ezan bin Muhammad Denis, to answer it.
Okay, thank you for giving me an opportunity to share the information about today's topic. I, as a president of anti-drug organization, believe that addiction among teenagers is the serious problem in Malaysia. Besides, we or NGO also trust what we going help to give all teenagers awareness about bad habits, which is smoking. I also believe if we can give support and encouragement between community, we will success to reduce this bad habit, especially among young. Furthermore, in fact, in recent survey by Ministry Youth and Sport on negative behaviors among 5,860 adolescents, 80% indicate that they have ever experienced in smoking. So, I believe the bad habit can be controlled by community if we together bring a good manner around us. Otherwise, in my opinion, we should not only blame the teenagers when they are smoking, but we should think wisely about an environment of surrounding.
Are there a statistic or other fact that you can share with us?
Yes, I have. For an example, there is a statistic at Kelantan that shown the prevalence of male adolescent smoking in Malaysia reported as 30% by the National Health Mobility survey conducted nationwide in 1996. It shown that higher prevalence than national level. I also believe this may be because of homogeneity of study in participant. As conclusion, I think the fact really helped NGO to give some information and awareness to prevent the more serious negative influence among teenagers, to join us in community activities such as rafting, camping or seminar. Although they have influence or a friend, encouraging them to smoke, but there is more strong. Encouraging them to do this smoking ads promising to attract interest. In addition, facts shown that images such as Marlboro Man equate smoking with a major ruggedness that is appealing to men and boys. This theme mirror the pressure many boys face. Tough. Boys believe that smoking will give them the aura coolness that they are searching for.
Okay, thank you, Datuk Dan Ezan bin Muhammad Danish. Everyone know that smoking is bad for your health and tobacco prevention effort everywhere. So why do so many teens continue to do it? Tobacco harvesting may impact the discussion more than we realize. We know that kids feel pressure from other kids in their everyday life. But the teens and adults in cigarette harvesting may be one of the most influential peers group of all. Images such as the Marlboro Man equate smoking with a macho ruggedness and appealing to men and boys. This then mirror the pressure many boys face to talk. Boys may believe that smoking will give them the aura of coolness they are searching for. I think that being mythos is too much of the teenagers. Next, I will invite Dr. Dan Irfan bin Muhammad Danish to share about the addiction of smoking habit.
Firstly, a very good morning and thank you, Mr. Haikal Nur Hakim bin Irwandi, for inviting me to talk about this topic. We always heard people talk about smoking, especially among teenagers, so this is very common issue that most people talking about. I am the psychologist will answer the question given by Miss Chairman. Bukan Miss, Mr. Kau salah tulisan. Miss nama nama. Mungkin Miss kau salah lagi. Kau baca nama Mr. Haikal. By Mr. Haikal. Kan Miss ya. Haikal bukan apa? Oh, Mr. Chairman lah.
Mr. Chairman.
Moderator, Mr. Moderator.
Okay.
Mr. Haikal kan sebut. Yeah. Firstly, a very good morning and thank you, Mr. Haikal Nur Hakim, for inviting me to talk about this topic. We always heard people talk about smoking, especially among teenagers, so this is very common issue that most people talk about. I am the psychologist will answer the question given by Mr. Chairman. There are many reasons why smokers among teenagers start to smoke. The major cause is their family, especially their parents. Children whose parents who smoke are twice as likely to start compared to those with non-smoking parents. There are pairs like father like son that I think more suitable to be related with this situation. As we know, teenagers having the natural curiosity when they see their family smoke, especially their father or brothers for the whole day. Teenagers are wondering what is so interesting with smoking. And the last solution for the question, the teenagers will try to smoke themselves to find what is so special with cigarette. When the teenagers start to smoke, they will influence their peers, especially at the school. During recess time, they will offer cigarette to their friends. And I think the usual and most safe place to smoke is in the toilet. Their friends who do not. As we know, teenagers having the nature of curiosity when they see their family smoke, especially their father or brothers for the whole day. Teenagers are wondering what is so interesting with smoking. And the last solution for that question, the teenagers will try to smoke themselves to find what is so special with cigarette. When the teenagers start to smoke, they will influence their peers, especially at the school. During recess time, they will offer cigarette to their friend, and I think the usual and most safe place to smoke is in the toilet. Their friend who do not want to follow, they will talk and challenge them until those teenagers follow.
What does if the teenagers feel when they are smoking, Doctor?
Teenagers, especially boys, think smoke can make them mature. This is one of the misconceptions of their mind. At this level, they still cannot differentiate with what is good and bad for them. The teenagers assume that smoking will make them look smart, cooler and interesting. That is not true at all, because smoking is harmful to the teenagers. Actually, those emotions of teenagers are normal because they have a curious nature, influence of friends, and try to change their parents. To solve this problem, parents, teachers, and adults are responsible because they must take serious action to curb the addiction of smoking among the teens. In conclusion, the problem can be solved in so many ways. Emotionally, we need to increase awareness among teenagers and youth to avoid them from bad influence. Before everything becomes too bad to worse, the society should be alert with their environment because the teenagers today are always changed and easy to be influenced by peers, media, and all bad influence around them. We still have time to save our generation. And have you ever heard, better late than never?
That is a good answer from us. Thank you to our panelists today. Thank you. As a consequence, I conclude that smoking gives us a bad lifestyle. Perhaps social life can be more unhappy because the bad habit. But despite such a strong evidence linking to smoking to health problem and mortality rate, people still choose to subject their bodies to the harmful effect of tobacco smoke, especially among teenagers. That unfortunately will never happen, as the tobacco industry is too big a money maker to forsake. So it is better to quitting smoke to prevent our next generation from bad habit lifestyle. There is most effective way if do that. As a tip, there are some I would like to share. First, quitting smoking can reduce health risks. Secondly, it is substantially reduce the risk of developing and dying from cancer. Third, nicotine replacement product can help quitting smoking. The last but not least, alternative approaches such as hypnosis, acupuncture, or laser therapy can be used to quit smoking. That's all. That's all for the forum today. Thank you.
Tap.
Satu, dua,
Behind the scene.